So remember the time I was a little upset with Jimmy Dore like a few months ago or something? And there were times I was praising the Vanguard and whatnot, right? Well, I just so happened to come across something that made me lose all respect for the Vanguard. And notice here, I'm not subscribed. Yeah, here's a big reason why I'm not subscribed to them right now and won't be anymore because they have sunk so low on not just one topic but on multiple topics. But there is just a some red line of theirs that they just completely crossed. They just completely crossed this line on literally making excuses about bail reform in New York. Literally how we are seeing going on in the US over and over and over again. One of the biggest problems with crime right now is we're literally seeing people that are getting arrested 30, 40 times. They get out of jail. Bail reform system is literally being soft on people. This bail, and it's literally people like friggin' murderers are getting released, including one scumbag who dismembered someone or some people. I don't remember the whole exact case in New York. But the Young Turks actually did a fucking video on this, and they sounded a little reasonable. Now, that's not to defend the Young Turks. I still do not like the Young Turks. I don't defend them. I'm not going to defend them. But when you sink so low as a channel to where you make the Young Turks sound reasonable, then you know that you have lost the fucking plot on this issue and on many others and as your channel as a whole. What is up, everybody? It's Zach the Celtics guy in an unexpected video this evening. Now, I have a couple other ideas I'm putting out, including Volume 3, so stay tuned for that coming out soon. So, apparently, Anna Kasparian went after these two here, Gavin and Zach, who I was actually a fan of at one point. But when I saw their response to this, and I haven't been keeping up with their channel for quite a while. I actually have not been keeping up with their channel for quite a while because they have actually been making constant Jimmy Dore videos over and over and over again. They're just bitching and moaning about him. I'm just like, okay, whatever. But I kind of liked them at one point, so I'm just like, okay, I kind of let it roll off or whatever. But these two here, here's what happened. Anna Kasparian says right here, and she's talking about the Vanguard. She says, Anna Kasparian says, quote, like clockwork, the usual suspects trash me and defend the notion that butchers who literally dismember corpses to cover up a murderer should enjoy release with no bail. Lunatics. Yeah, in this one video. So if Anna Kasparian is saying that you are a lunatic because you are perfectly okay and you think that a friggin' murderer who dismembered corpses should enjoy any type of release or be free in society, then oh my fucking god, have you lost the fucking plot. And again, I can't be loud, I can't be screaming on the top of my lungs because my boyfriend is sleeping at the moment, but trust me, I had a conversation with Joey and Nicholas and Dark Reaper. We were going back and forth. I even DM'd this to Steven because Steven is actually saw through these fuckers and he just wasn't he says he hated them. He says that they're just complete fucking idiots. And I wasn't sure what to think about that, but now I understand why. Okay. Here's the thing. As I've said many times, I'm a leftist. I am very fucking left. I call myself a far left channel. I am a Marxist Leninist. I talk about being a Marxist Leninist, okay? I talk about how the private system is fucked up, how capitalism is a joke, how I want a multipolar world, okay? But you know what else I want in society to make society a better place? Okay, I want there to be the rule of law, and I want there to be the rule of law, a safe society. No, I don't want a drug war. I don't want a prison industrial complex. I am critical of that. But but you two right here literally were making excuses for violent criminals, including fucking murderers. When you make excuses for murderers, and when you say, and when you think that that is totally okay, and when you are saying about the bail system, and when you think that absolute scumbags who ended lives in some of the most heinous and despicable ways And you think that they should be released on bail, that they should have any kind of bail, and that they should be like free in society? No, I can't overlook that. I can't overlook that. I cannot overlook that. I simply refuse. I simply refuse. And see right here, subscribe, unsubscribe. I guess my window was in a little bit. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'm sorry. But when you make Anna Kasparian look fucking reasonable in comparison, then Jesus Christ, have you lost the plot? Oh my God, you that's like the lowest of the low. That's like the lowest you can get. Okay, it's official. You guys are worse than the Young Turks at this point. I have gone after the Young Turks many times in the past, and I'm sure I will again in the future. But I'm sorry, but I am not a fucking partisan hack. Okay, I can look at people that I don't like, and I can give credit where credit is due. And look, I can sit there and say, listen, this is a somewhat halfway reasonable position. You think Actual Justice Warrior likes these guys? He's been giving them credit where credit is due. He's given people credit where credit is due. Oh, and that's one of the biggest things that has made me lose respect. That has made me lose respect. Decided to take a little fucking cheap shot at Sean. You decided to take a little fucking cheap shot at Sean and call this guy a loser. You literally did that. You literally made an excuse to call this guy a loser. Do you understand how fucking childish you two look? Do you understand how how childish you look? And when you're sitting here saying that like, "Ooh, this is a red pill, take the red pill." Yeah, because believing that fucking murderers should never see the light of day again, who think that violent criminals who actually have a victim and destroy lives and thinking that, oh yeah, they should be released or whatever, or no, like you think that they shouldn't be released, you think that those people deserve justice, families and children and victims deserve justice, to sit there and act like that's a red pill. No, I don't want any part of it. I do not want any part of this part of the left. I just do not. I do not want any part of this part of the left. I want no affiliation with it. I do not want anything to do with any soft fucking bleeding hearts that literally think it is perfectly okay for murderers to be released, and thinking that thievery is okay and everything, and thinking that, oh, shoplifting is okay if people are in dire straits and whatnot, and you're using that and making up excuses and things like that, and justifying why shoplifting is okay. I'm trying to find the exact quotes here, but wait a minute, oh, it's this part right here. Okay, so this is where Gavin and Zach went on their little pathetic fucking smear fest.
Straight up no support from the left. The other day she was,
yeah, well, you guys aren't getting any support either. Look at your fucking comments. I said, look, this is not a good look for you guys. I said it. And look at all these comments. You're literally getting destroyed in these fucking comments. People are saying that you're making up excuses for murderers, you're making up excuses for like violent criminals and whatnot, and you're just you're getting it on all sorts of. Look at this. You guys are fucking embarrassment. I'm embarrassed for all of you. Holy shit, these two are lunatics chopping. These two are lunatics. Defends chopping people up. Holy shit. Making fun of TYT for getting 80K views when you can't get 5K is the ultimate L. Yeah, isn't that pretty fucking pathetic?
retweeting Actual Justice Warrior. We talked about that super tough on crime, loser, propagandist, right winger. That's all she can do now, and I don't think she's going to have on Elia Lauren to debate this.
Who gives a fuck about that? Okay, here's the thing. Who's the loser here? The two fuckers over here that are making excuses for a fucking murderer and making excuses for a failed bail system that is literally letting people get away with literal fucking murder, being re-released 30, 40 times and everything, and then thinking that a fucking murderer should be able to walk the streets. And when your coverage is so bad that you get called out by fucking Anna Kasparian of all people, and then what do? You double down and you call everybody that you disagree with a fucking right winger. Wow. Unfucking real. I want no part of this. I don't want any part of this. I want no part. It's just like people who make excuses for fucking pedos. Are you gonna do that next? Are you fucking guys gonna do that next? Oh, that's right. You guys are friendly with Lance from the Surfs. Remember when Lance from the Surfs was literally making excuses about, oh, a woman should be able to kill a fucking baby when the baby becomes alive because that's the woman's choice. Literally taking the pro-choice argument of like what moderates believe in, and people even like me, a leftist, of what I believe in is, yeah, it should be legal up to like the second trimester, but then once that baby has fetal viability, then it's a grown human being, and then maybe an exception if there's a risk to the life of the mother. But no, I am pro-choice by definition. Don't get that twisted. These fuckers would take that and twist that. You know that they would 100%. But Lance from the Source literally is pro infanticide. He said he supported fucking infanticide right to Tim Pool's face. Sean knows a hell of a lot more than you two do. Do you know that actual Justice Warrior is an actual criminal justice major? This man has probably studied more about the law and more about what goes on in the real world, probably more than you two fucking weasels probably ever have a day in your lives, okay? Get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. And get the fuck out of here with saying that people are in dire straits and that's the reason why people are shoplifting and whatnot. And then look, they just double down. Like they just can't help themselves. They just embarrass themselves in probably one of the worst things I've ever fucking seen in my life.
To cope and see them cry. If you're like, you're a lefty, I'd be like, yeah, bro, like I'm a lefty.
I'm the only good lefty left. I'm the only sensible person on the.
That's what the two of you seem like you're doing. The two of you seem like you're fucking up your own asses, and you sit there and act like, oh, and you sit there and you act like, oh yeah, like our view is superior. If you disagree with us, you're a fucking right winger. If you disagree with us, then like you're totally a right winger. That's what you two are doing right now. And there's literal videos and clips of these two defending shoplifting. I'm not even kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm trying to find specifics from this, but I don't want to drag this out too much. But oh my God, I guess Sean, actual Justice Warrior, is some big boogeyman. Okay, here's the thing. I've had massive disagreements with Sean on economics. I've disagreed with him on U.S. foreign policy when he was debating that with Tim Pool. I've had many disagreements with Sean. Sure, I most certainly have. But did I ever sit there and ever say, Sean is a loser? I'm not going to watch his channel anymore. See, when Sean says something like that, that's an agree to disagree. When you guys are literally making excuses for fucking murderers and thieves and robbers and people like that, and when you use those types of excuses, no, I can't defend that. I cannot defend that because it's people like you. You guys are the ones that are actually making the left look bad. It's you guys that are making you guys are the ones that are fucking making everyone on the left look bad. Yo, your constant smears of Jimmy Dore. Oh, well, hey, hey, Vanguard boys, when are you gonna do that next? Where's your next video on fucking RBN? Where are you gonna make your next? You gonna make your next smear video on them too? You make your next smear video on the Gray Zone next? Oh, well, okay. Oh, how about that debate you had with Aaron Mate, where you were literally being fucking dicks to him and you were literally hounding him and hounding him over and over again, not even letting him speak? What about that one with Lee Camp? You know that Lee Camp jumped right off that interview a couple of years ago? These two did an interview with two people that was a complete and utter dumpster fire, Lee Camp and Aaron Mate. And I literally have seen fans from this show that have literally called them out on that. It's such a joke. It's such a joke. Now, Gavin and Zach from the Vanguard have fallen so far from grace. I looked past it for a while, but this is a new low, and this is not something that I can defend.
And that we had the money if we cut the military industrial complex.
Yeah,
and
I'm in favor of doing that.
And then some guy like Nick Fuentes cut a clip of that. I would just quote tweet him and say, kill yourself. That's all I would say. You know what I mean?
Nice projection. Nice projection. Yeah, because I'm sure Nick Fuentes is going to fucking quote anything you two are saying. And again, I fucking despise Nick Fuentes. Obvious reasons. I fucking hate. Any type of white supremacists are fucking scumbags, okay? But Jesus Christ, you two are just some of the biggest projectors I've ever seen in my life.
I would say quite simply, kill yourself. That's what I would say to that guy. You know what I mean? I wouldn't fucking,
And I stand by that as well.
Not that the fucking actual Justice Warrior is Nick Fuentes, right? I don't know anything about that guy, but I'm just imagining
Remember
he's a
he
right
debated
winger.
Sam Cedar, and it was like really racist.
Oh yeah, racist. Oh my god. What? So you're saying actual Justice Warrior is racist now? Are you fucking guys really saying Sean is racist? What was said in that thing was racist? Why is that racist? What was he saying that was racist? Are you going to give me some examples? No, here's the thing, Gavin and Zach. I think the two of you need to stop reading something that looked like it came out of the fairy tale section. Okay? There's more and more people that are going to call your fucking asses out, including former fans like me. And there's people that are doing it in your comments right now. I know you're going to ignore it, and you're going to live in your little fucking pro Sam Cedar, pro humanist report fucking goddamn bubble. And look, I know you and I have had, the three of us, we've had back and forths. I know I've sent you guys super chats before in the past. I know I've done those types of things. But here's the thing. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I don't care if I gave you $1,000. Here's the reality. When you're so morally bankrupt that you're making excuses for criminals that destroy lives and smearing people and literally doing libel and slander and saying Sean is a racist, I can't defend that. Game over. I can't defend that. I lost all respect for you two. Okay? I can forgive your constant smears of Jimmy Dore. I can forgive you sucking the ass of the fucking douchebag from the Humanist Report that sounds like he got his vocal cords wrecked in a fucking car crash. I can forgive that. I can forgive you two being dicks to Lee Camp and Aaron Monte. I can forgive that. I can look past all of those things. I can look past all of those things. But what I can't look past is when you make excuses for criminals that destroy lives. Okay? I can't make excuses for when you support things that are literal harm. Okay? That's what I can't defend. And you know what else I can't defend? I can't defend literal libel and slander. That's another thing I can't defend. I can't do it. I'm not going to do it, and I'm not going to just sit back and pretend that this is okay, because this is not okay. None of this is okay. I'm not going to defend this. I'm not going to make no excuses for Gavin and Zach. I don't care who they criticized in the past. I don't care how much I've agreed with them in the past. Because you know what? You two completely nullified all that the minute you opened your mouths and said Sean is a racist. The minute you guys look up and say, yeah, poor people are shoplifting because oh my God, because of dire straits or whatnot. Okay, want to know something? I will give you guys something. If the U.S. was in better economic shape and we were a better society, do you think there'd be as much shoplifting as there is? Probably not. But you know what I believe in? I believe in creating an equitable society, of course, the leftist way, of course. But you know what I also believe in? I also believe in implementing the rule of law. Here's my thing. When I say rule of law, I am not talking a drug war. Okay, none of you fucking Vanguard tards want to come over here and try to take my words out of context. I'm against the drug war. I'm against the prison industrial complex. I'm against having anybody in prison for any type of victimless crime. If it has a victim, then yes, make it a crime and punish it in the most severe ways possible. If it doesn't have a victim, like drugs or some fucking victimless thing or whatever, like fucking you're drunk in public or some shit like that, okay, I don't think that person should be in jail either. I don't think that. I think open container laws, I mean, yeah, maybe that's worthy, maybe just a ticket, but something like that. No, that victimless things you should not be in prison for. But I'm sorry, but murder, a person who murders someone, I'm not talking an accidental manslaughter like that they had no intention. I'm talking clear, brutal, cold cut murder that was premeditated with clear intent. We know they're guilty. We know they did it, and the crime is so abhorrent on every single stretch. Those are select people that should never be free ever again. Are you going to say that that's right wing? Are you two fuckers going to say that that's right wing? Why don't we have both? Like, I'm sick and tired of the left and the right saying, oh, we can only have one thing. We can only have our tough on crime. Oh, but then the left says, well, fuck the tough on crime thing. Why don't we have better economics? Why don't we have both? Why don't we just fucking come together and say, why don't we have both? We can have a system that is tough on crime that keeps society safe. When I say tough on crime, I mean real crimes, crimes that have a victim, not victimless shit and no prison industrial complex. But we can also have a good economic system that is free of income inequality and actually invests in the people. Why don't we all just come together and have both? Why don't we just do that?
Oh yeah, dude, fuck that guy. Yeah, fuck this guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy. No, fuck you too.
This is like, he's a libertarian though, right? He's like, what was that?
He is a libertarian. Of course, they're going to call him a right winger. Anybody who deviates from the Vanguard's narrative is right wing. Jimmy Dore's right. I would be considered right wing. Anybody who deviates from their narrative is right wing. Okay, trust me, the Young Turks is definitely probably more right wing than me, but I'm a far leftist. So isn't Jimmy Dore. So isn't the Gray Zone. But whatever, that's besides the point.
Is that the context of that debate?
I think he's just a straight up conservative. Like his whole thing is being tough on crime and constantly fear mongering about crime. And
why don't you talk to my mom? My mom has been a Democrat. Well, she's not really Democrat, but she's left wing too in many areas. Okay, I tell my mom all the time about this type of stuff. What? How about that? My mom and I talk about this all the time. My mom always talks about how these criminals should be put away and all that. And oh, I'd give them this sentence and not 1 second less. Okay, you're gonna say my mom's right wing? Or are you gonna say, oh, of course you would? You're gonna say anybody that thinks that is right wing? Fucking idiots.
Defunding the police and shit. I don't even know if he's a libertarian. I think he's just a right winger.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't have too much exposure to this. Anybody that calls themselves an actual justice warrior, I'm like, oh, bro, you're so 2010.
Oh yeah, like the Vanguard is in 2010. Like your fucking name doesn't sound like a name of a channel that's from like 2012 or 2013. Get the fuck out of here. Nice projection. Nice projection. I mean, this is what you're doing because you can't defend your point. You two cannot defend your point. You cannot defend your point at all under any circumstances. I love the projection from these two.
God, yeah. Oh, I know everything I need to know now. I took a suit, a picture of you in a suit at a hotel you stayed at that you thought was fancy. Yeah, I gotta.
That's really your argument against him? You're fucking making because of what he's wearing? Really? Damn, like we go. What are we? Are we going back to the fucking 3rd grade or something? Oh, look at that thing that guy's wearing. Oh my god. Mommy, look at, why is he wearing that? How fucking old are you two? Fucking ridiculous.
A good idea about you, bro. I went to business school with 100 fuckers just like you.
This is the kind of video he makes. Looters destroy historic bakery for... Dude, you want to go fucking destroy a historic bakery for...
See, and then they go and they make jokes about these heinous crimes that Sean is talking about. And then they go on and they make jokes about it and then they project and everything else. Let me get to the fucking part I was intending on getting into.
All I want is communism and masturbation and hot chips.
Hey, I mean, I masturbate. So doesn't every guy. I'm also a Marxist-Leninist. So, what's your fucking point?
That's it. Yep. So anyway, that's who Anna Kasparian's boosting and who.
Oh, because Anna Kasparian reposted something that they can see eye to eye on, and you two are like, you're like little bitches just because God forbid Anna Kasparian agrees with fucking Sean on something because he agrees with her on something. You know something? My boyfriend's a libertarian. My boyfriend, would you call him a right winger? I know for a fact you guys would call him a right winger. I know for a fact you guys would call, okay, I'm not bringing people in from my life and whatnot, but look, I'm just imagine all the people that I know that would have so many things to say to you two. They would debate you two and they would look at you two and think that you're some of the biggest clowns on the internet. Because you guys can't defend your points. When you can't defend your points, you resort to this type of shit. And by the way, you two get fucking bitchy and Jimmy Dore goes after people. So it's okay when you guys go after people and call them, pigs and call people pigs and say, Oh my God, look at that suit that Sean is wearing. Oh my God. Oh my God! Look at! Oh my God! Oh my God! Jimmy Dore took a dump and only wiped twice. No, he must wipe at least 3 times. Oh no, Jimmy Dore used that toilet paper. We can't use that no more. It's like
Seemingly
this is what it comes down to from these two.
agrees with her. It's funny how that guy's speaking for the left too. He's like, me, along with many people on the left, I'm sure, agree with this. I'm like,
Bro, do you know what's funny?
I love how you two just think that you're so funny. I love how you two just think you're so fucking funny. You two think you're so cute and everything. You're not. You're not. You're clowns. You know what? When Jimmy Dore did that thing about Sabby Sabs, I thought it was a bad look on his behalf. I didn't like it. I was not happy with what Jimmy Dore did. But Jimmy Dore, in the last few weeks, or for the last month or two since I made that video where I heavily disagreed with him, Jimmy Dore has actually been making a lot of videos actually condemning Trump and Republicans. But you two say that Jimmy Dore is a secret right winger. And look, whether you like Jimmy Dore or not, but like, wow, you guys won't ever give anybody credit for that. No, because he's contrary to your narrative, of course.
Everybody knows being a Republican is a loser, and I think we won that battle so much. Like, dude, if you're a Republican, like, you're not going to get laid unless you're like with some deranged chick that's getting paid by the Republican Party. Like, we won that battle so hard on the left. We've lost.
Look, I'm anti-liberal and I'm anti-conservative, but here's the thing. If you want to say that Republicans are losers and everything, if you want to sit there and say Republican, look, I hate the Republican system. I think, but here's the thing. What about the fact about all the people that are actually Republican that don't actually think like they're not far right or things like that? What about that? Do you know that Steven's mom is a Republican and she was pro gay rights before being for gay rights was even considered cool? You know, she welcomed Steven and I's relationship in open arms. And Steven's mom is a lifelong Republican, very socially liberal, but she's Republican for her own reasons. You two are some of the most pathetic specimen I have ever seen on the internet. And I just can't believe I was a fan of you guys for as long as I was. But you know what? I woke up, you live and you learn. You want to talk about anyone else being losers? I think you two should look in the mirror. You two are the ones that are dividing people. You two are the ones that are making excuses for criminals. You're the ones that do libel and slander and call anybody right wing who, God forbid, dares to have a different opinion than you. You're not going after the Young Turks because of some stupid thing they said. No, you're going after them for something that they actually said that makes sense, but because you two are just some of the biggest bleeding heart liberals I've ever seen, that you can't even get out of your own fucking bubble to even say that, to even give some type of credit where credit is due.
Lost almost every other battle. So let's not forget about the few W's that we've had. You know, those are important to us. It's like every Royal season will be like that one game, you know, they hit a home run.
Light kind of bullshit. Like everything she posts about now is fear mongering about crime, you know,
which is crazy because I don't know if this is the same one, but if you go back up and she's fear mongering about the person who was killed at the subway station.
Mm-hmm. This one.
Yeah.
Imagine saying that. Imagine talking about fear-mongering about a fucking murderer. So what are you two trying to say right now? You two are literally sitting there and trying to say that you shouldn't fear-monger. You shouldn't worry about a man that literally is so evil and so depraved that he literally dismembered and murdered someone by dismembering them. Are you two like morally bankrupt? I can't. I am done. I am done with the Vanguard. I'm done with it. Oh my God, why does YouTube keep resubscribing them to me? Jesus Christ, stop fucking subscribing them to me. I have no respect for this. I have no respect for these fucking dumbasses. I have no respect for these two. Nah, you two lost the plot. Vanguard has officially lost the plot, and trust me, there are videos of them where they have literally defended thievery and thinking that theft is okay and shoplifting is practically acceptable. And just because people are living in dire straits. But did you hear what they said about that murderer? That right there should tell you everything you need to know about them. Gavin and Zach on the Vanguard have no credibility, have no leg to stand on. They are pathetic. They have no principles or anything that they can stand on. These two are just, I can't. I'm washing my hands of them. I can't, I won't do it. There are certain things that is just not okay to me. This is some things that are not okay. When you're making excuses for criminals, when you're literally making excuses for a fucking murderer, when you're literally acting like the bail system should, murder should be free in society, you're so fucking uber liberal. Your brain is so fucking broken. I can't. I'm done with the Vanguard. I have no respect for them anymore. And I'm glad I called them. I'm glad that I see them for what they are. I'm glad that I see them for what they are. And can you imagine that they stooped so low that they made the fucking Young Turks look reasonable in comparison? That's what took me. That's what made me realize how pathetic these two are. When you sink lower than the Young Turks, there's no hope for you. If you're lower than those two, there's no hope for you. They are in the same ballpark as Sam Cedar, the Humanist Report, the Damage Report, the other shitlib networks. Yeah, the Vanguards are shills. The Vanguard channel is a joke. I have no I have no respect. I have no respect. I'm done with them. I have no respect for them. I will never support these two again. Ever in my life. I will never support these two again. And I don't care how much support I've given you in the past. My principles is I believe in bringing the left and the right together. You two believe in dividing people. That's what you two believe in. You two believe in dividing people and living in your own fucking echo chamber. That's what you two believe in. I want no part of that. I want no echo. I'm not going to be involved in an echo chamber. I don't want anything to do with any type of thing like that where you're dividing people and talking down to people who think differently than you. No. The Vanguard is officially on my shit list. I've unsubscribed from them, and if you're subscribed to them, I highly encourage you to unsubscribe from them too. They are a joke. Never again with those two. Fuck those two. D-O-N-E, done with it. Well, this video was longer than I intended, but I had a lot to say because it was a lot of stuff to talk about, but oh my God. All right, anyway, I'm going to end this here and upload it. So anyway, stay tuned for more content. Yeah, I told Reaper, Joey, and Nicholas about this, and we're going to make, this is going to be a big stream. We're definitely going to talk about this on Monday. Luckily, the weekend is halfway over. Monday's almost here, and we'll definitely be talking about it then. So anyway, fuck the Vanguard. I have no respect for them anymore. I'm fucking done with them. I will never deal with them again. I'll never support them again. Fucking done with them. Over it. So anyway, I will see you all in the next video, in the next stream, including that big stream on Monday, 7 p.m. Don't miss it, including a whole bunch of other stuff in the works. Stay tuned. Again, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Until then, stay safe, stay well, stay classy, keep fighting, keep on rocking, take care of yourselves and all of each other, and I'll see you all in the next one. Till next time, Zach the Celtic guy, signing off. Good night. See you in the next one. So long.